Hey YouTube, this is Amber with Skyway Acquisition Solutions. We're a management consulting firm that helps federal contractors. Our team is a unique blend of former contracting officers and industry folks. We bring many years and a wide variety of experience, allowing us to provide the best support to help you succeed in federal contracting. This video series is the Skyway Spotlight. Each video you will learn more about our team members and what makes Skyway so special. Let's get started with today's episode. Okay, so today I have Tim Griggs with me and we're going to discuss the where and the when. My first question for you, Tim, is where did you spend your career as a contracting officer?
Okay, I was a 10-year Army officer and had gotten dissatisfied. I knew we were in two wars and I knew what the rest of my career was going to look like, basically year in, year out of Iraq and then some schools. And I didn't want to do that. So I thought I still want to stay in the Army, but I want to do something different. So I entered the Army Acquisition Corps and requested contracting so I could be with the troops rather than sitting in a program office somewhere buying new tanks or new jets. I wanted to be out where the troops are, which led me to be a contracting officer in Afghanistan for two one-year-long tours,
Wow.
2007-8 and 2011-12. And then I finished up my career with the Defense Contract Management Agency in a senior leadership position within the Contract Management Office.
Okay, awesome. So did you decide to leave the Army just specifically because of the wars? And like, what were you doing before you decided to be a CO?
Well, as an Army officer, I started off on tanks as an armor lieutenant, and then my career path took me into logistics, and I did that for another 8 or so years. And so I reached the midway point of a 20-year career, and I was tired of being a logistician. And so at that point, to stay in the Army, I had to find a new career field, and the acquisition corps sounded exciting. It sounded like a good way to set myself up for life after the Army, business skills, acumen, contacts, networking, a whole new marketable approach to a post-Army career.
Very cool, and it seems like it's worked out for you, so good move there. And then my last question is, while in your career, were there any historical events that you encountered, and you kind of touched on the wars that we're in, that you think is noteworthy to share?
The most significant contracting related event that meant the most to me was I was in Afghanistan my first time as a new contracting officer, and that was part of the surge. That was the surge in Iraq. So the Afghanistan war was kind of the forgotten war because all the troops and all the resources and everything was focused on Iraq because that was we were losing Iraq at the time, and so they made the decision to do a surge and win the fight in Iraq, which means Afghanistan kind of was left floundering for resources and attention and all that. But like I said, the most significant memory I have, the most satisfying contribution I made was I was the contracting officer to establish a new fire base. So this Army unit of airborne paratroopers, pathfinders from the 82nd Airborne Division, needed to set up a fire base in this remote valley to take the fight to the Taliban to establish a coalition presence there and to deny enemy control of that valley. So I went out there and did a site recon, and in the space of about 6 weeks, I awarded a bunch of contracts for gravel and bee huts for the soldiers to live in, and a chow hall and a perimeter of barriers, and then porta-john support and all the services that go along with that. So in 6 weeks, we took a bare patch of desert and we made a fire base out of it. And that was my little contribution to the war effort.
Yeah, I would say that's hardly little. Very cool. Well, thank you for your time, Tim. I've really enjoyed learning about where and when you were a contracting officer.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.